The inspiring story of 𝘚𝘌𝘙 began with a young India dreaming of faster developments and newer opportunities for its citizens. Addressing the industrious India's needs at every stage, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 fulfilled all these ambitions that drove the country to its zenith and continues to do so to this day. From industries to automobiles, marine to agriculture, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 supported Indians in every walk of their lives. Today, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 is India's #1 lubricant brand that is proudly carrying the prestigious super brand tag for years.
𝘚𝘌𝘙, India's first homegrown lubricant brand, has a special place in the heart of millions of Indians. As we celebrate the Golden Jubilee milestone of 𝘚𝘌𝘙, I thank each and every member of the great 𝘚𝘌𝘙 family for nourishing the brand. Let me take this opportunity to salute the early IOCians who built this super brand with their passion and the spirit of innovation. Thanks to their efforts, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 has withstood storms of competition and surpassed the global benchmarks in its illustrious journey. As a true market leader, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 has kept pace with the changing market dynamics. Today, as India moves towards a greener future, we are expanding our lubricant base by offering greener, sustainable lubricating oils.
Let us turn through the pages of 𝘚𝘌𝘙's glorious legacy that made it India's most trusted brand for the past 50 years. The 60s was the decade that gave wings to a dream.
"50 years back, Indian Oil entrusted me with the task of setting up a research and development center on a desolate piece of land in Faridabad.
The year 1972 marked the birth of present India's most loved lubricant brand, 𝘚𝘌𝘙. Engineered from scratch, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 lubricants were formulated to serve the needs of a young India. Soon, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 became an indispensable cog in the nation's wheel of progress.
Speaking from the birthplace of 𝘚𝘌𝘙, when I reminisce about the long journey of 50 years of 𝘚𝘌𝘙, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 has seen it all, starting from rudimentary SCCC to world-class, top-of-the-line FF4 fuel-efficient engine oils, from normal industrial lubricants to benchmark system, turbine, gear lubricants, from the fighting-grade multi-purpose greases to world-renowned Titex and the India-centric thickener-based greases, from the normal, simple, indigenized defense lubricants to fully synthetic, long-drain engine oils for main battle tanks, 𝘚𝘌𝘙 always has stayed ahead of the competition.
Indian Oil's vision of having its own homegrown brand of lubricants had taken a corporeal form.
Challenges involved remained daunting in the years that followed, and so was the response, which was very overwhelming.
I remember there was initial apprehension from dealers as well as from customers about the success of indigenously developed product against well-established multinational brands.
The 80s saw a rapid growth in the research and product offerings.
They went into the market in a big way and went into various products, and it is used by Maruti, Hyundai, Tata, Ashok Leyland and various other people in the country.
The tremendous support and love of the people spurred 𝘚𝘌𝘙 to keep moving on. There was no looking back now.
The penetration of 𝘚𝘌𝘙 is therefore so all-pervading and so deep that it is not an exaggeration to say that India moves on 𝘚𝘌𝘙.
And for the first time in India, bulk delivery of marine lubricants was made to Indian ships in Chennai and Mumbai. The 90s was a decade of laurels, recognition and new partnerships.
𝘚𝘌𝘙 has won many laurels and recognition over the last 50 years
and have enhanced the brand equity of Indian Oil Corporation.
The recognition led to exclusive techno-commercial tie-ups with major auto OEMs.
Servo today is having around more than 8,000 formulations and 1,000 active brands, products which are being used by the automotives as well as the industries. We place our sincere appreciations to our customers who enabled us to take it forward and add life to their equipment. The world-class lubricant Servo has kept on changing its brand positioning in the minds of its customers. Today, we call it as the science of extreme, taking into account the technological advancements which have been made across in the industry as well as in the automotive segment.
The 90s also saw a deregulation by the government that introduced more than 40 MNCs to the lubricant market. But the unmatched quality of Servo helped it retain its position of being the customer's first preference. By the decade end, Servo entered international markets beginning with Nepal and followed by Sri Lanka and UAE markets.
Servo has continued to make strong progress since the time, and we have now representation in 37 countries.
As the world entered a new millennium, Servo entered a new pledge. Servo pledged to work towards energy alternatives and promote conservation of petroleum products. Servo continues to be judged as a super brand lubricant for providing fuel-efficient product benefits to our customers all over the world. The year 2020 also marked the launch of Servo Green Mile and Servo Raftar under green lubricants category that were engineered for a sustainable and greener India. Providing quality products and best services was Servo's top priority. Thus, the 2020s saw an introduction of equipped outlets with free lube oil change services called the Servo Express. Indian Oil also welcomed independent garages to be a part of Servo family under the Servo Expert Service. In September 2021, Servo unveiled its mascot, the Indian Rhino, that represents Servo's presence across industries and innovations.
I'm more proud because the year 2021-22 saw Servo registering highest ever sales of 640,000 metric tons. I'm also proud to say here that Team Servo is aware about its strengths and weaknesses, and the team has been working relentlessly to overcome its weaknesses and plan for the future. We are ready to take the next big leap, and we are going to take our sales by 3 times to 1.75 million tons by the next 5 to 6 years.
It's a great success story of Indian Oil launching products and doing the adequate research for the development. And Indian Oil has now come a long way.
In my personal reckoning, Servo is Sarvottam lubricant.
I personally congratulate Indian Oil's Servo brand on this big occasion of 50 glorious years of unforgettable services in lube business and many wishes for future success.
I wish you all the success for the future, and I'm sure that under the able leadership of Chairman Sri 𝘚𝘌𝘙𝘝, Indian Oil will continue to scale greater heights in the coming times.
Wish them all the very best for their future plans in building nations.
Let me congratulate Indian Oil and the Servo brand for this Golden Jubilee function.
I would like to congratulate Team IOCL for completing 50 years of launch of Servo lubricants and expect to continue future association between both these esteemed organizations.
My best wishes to the super brand Servo, the team Indian Oil.
My compliments to the whole team Servo, the whole team Indian Oil.
Wish Team Indian Oil
a great success in its future endeavors.
I congratulate the oil giant company Indian Oil for celebrating 50 years for their branded product Servo.
So let's rev up for the next 50 years and gear up for an exciting journey ahead. The journey has just begun. So let's zoom ahead.
With pride, with belief, with hope. Servo, 50 years of growth with purpose.